You have something I want. You may think you have some idea what you are in possession of, but you do not. Soon, he will be back with me. He means more to me than you will ever know.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today in this box I've been waiting for a very long time. It is a Stern Mandalorian Premium pinball machine. If you've never unboxed a brand new in-box pinball machine before, a couple of things I'll help you kind of guide through the unboxing, what you can do, tips and tricks and that sort of thing. So first thing, you're going to want to open the top of the box. And be careful, these staples right here, they can rip your hands if you're not careful, or your arms as you're pulling them up. Okay, there we go. There's the top of the game. So that's what you see when you open up a new Mandalorian pinball machine. Got the keys attached with a zip tie to the shooter rod. All right, the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have the back side facing you. This is the side that says truck from this side. That's the bottom of the game. You don't want to open it from the other side. I mean, you can, but this is how I do it. So next thing we're going to want to do is cut along the edge and cut this side off so you can get access to the bottom of the machine. And then we'll go ahead and pull away the rest of the box, and then we can start putting the legs on. I've asked a question before and I've had a couple people respond. But when you get a new in-box game, do you like to keep the artwork as a memento of buying a new in-box game? Let me know in the comments. Wanted to give a quick shout out to Craig over there at Fun Billiards and Game Room Superstores. They hooked me up with this game as well as my other two new in-box games. Great guys over there. If you're looking for a pinball machine, they can ship anywhere in the country. Also, any other game room related items, video games, jukeboxes, slot machines, they have all of that there. So go check them out online at pinballandmore.com. So I actually have saved the one for my Munsters and the one for the Jersey Jack. I keep one side. Just keep it in the garage. Maybe one day I'll do something interesting with it. Okay. And so this is the tube that a few of the legs are in, I believe. This one and this one, yeah. So there's a couple of legs in here. 2 per side. Okay, we got 2 legs right here. And the other 2 right here. So if you guys ordered a Mandalorian Premium or LE, when did you get it? Did you order it day one? I did. I ordered this one when it was announced. So I have a couple other friends that have ordered as well, and they're going to be getting theirs soon as well. Now, Stern does give you some setup instructions that are taped to the front of the machine. We'll look at those in detail in just a minute. So the next thing you're going to want to do is cut the rest of the box off from the base of it so we can get access. Go ahead and cut this bottom piece off. There we go. Let's take a closer look. There is the side art. Looks really cool. This is the instructions, the quick start. And this is what I was talking about right here, the how to set the game up if you've never set up a game before. Put the legs on, and shows all the steps if you're a pinball newbie, which we were all there at one point. There's the other side, Art. So the first thing we're going to want to do is put these front legs on. And then we're going to lay it down on its legs and then pick up the back end and then leg up the back end. So let's go ahead and get these going. They take a 5/8 wrench. I usually use like a little pocket wrench. Okay, with these loose, we are ready to attach the front legs. Now, as a rule of thumb, starting with a new game, I go ahead and screw the front legs all the way down. And then the back ones I'll bring up about maybe 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch, and then I'll do the fine-tune adjustment once it's on all 4 legs. All right, those are snug down. Next step is we're gonna go ahead and lay this down on its feet, and then we're gonna pull away the cardboard from the base and then bring it up and start legging up the back end. All right, there we go. Now we can pull the cardboard away. In preparation of raising this thing up, if you're doing this by yourself, you're gonna wanna go ahead and remove the bolts on both sides. Also, what you're gonna wanna do is on the back legs, go ahead and give them a little bit of angle by loosening them and just spinning them out. Do about a 1/2 inch. And I kind of measure from the base of the thread to the lock screw. So something about like that to start. You can use like a small stool, something like this, to put up underneath it to prop it up. So once you pull it up, just rest it on here and then you can get the legs on. I think this stool's a hair short, so I'll probably have to lift it, but I will be 3/4 of the way up. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please take a moment, like and subscribe to this video and hit the notification bell for future videos. We have a lot of new content coming up and you don't want to miss it. Okay, we are on the stool. Also make sure you have your wrench nearby. And believe it or not, a pinball machine will kind of stand on 3 legs. All right, there you go. That's how you do it with one person. The next thing you're going to want to do is look at the documentation here. And this has a new lockdown bar, and it shows you how to do that. And underneath, these are all the steps to unbox the game. You got your tubes, cut the box sides down, all that stuff, and it shows you how to do the one-person method. And then the setup and how to pull the glass off if you've never done this before. And then I think this is it says guided setup. Let's see what that is. Shows you how to do setup, how to use the menu system. So if you're new to Stern games, you definitely want to read through this. So we're going to remove all the documentation here and get ready to cut this strap. The next thing you're going to want to do is cut this strap. This strap is under tension, and if you're not careful, it could snap and hit you. So you kind of want to be careful when you cut this. So let's stand off to the side and give it a cut. Yep, you see it went that way? Man, that could be dangerous. Pull off these little cardboard protectors. There's one on the very back right here. I wanted to show you on the back here, there's something interesting. They added, looks like a piece of foam. And I don't know if that's just for shipping. I'm guessing it's so, because this is where you're going to plug your power cord into. So let's go ahead and just pull this off. Yeah, so your power cord goes right there, and there's a strain relief for it. And then when you tilt the head back to here, you're going to install 2 bolts, and that's what holds the head upright. All right, this is the moment right here. Let's go ahead and raise up this head and see the playfield. One thing you also want to check is make sure that the translite is solid in there before you lift the head up, or slide your hand underneath here and hold it as it goes up, just in case it got loose during shipping. So let's go ahead and raise this up. This packing foam. There we go. And look, there's Gary Stern right there thanking us for our purchase. So it looks like the Razor Crest toy has a bunch of packing material around it. We have a big remove this before gameplay. Oh, very cool. Well, let's get the glass off and remove everything so we can get some power to it. And the keys for the coin door are right here, so you want to get like a little cutters. Cut this. Okay, here's our keys. And there's a little hanger inside the coin door to hang your keys for the back box. That is right there. Okay, next thing we're going to do is go ahead and pull the lock bar off and get the glass out so we can remove the packing material for the Razor Crest there. There are 2 flip latches, 1 on each side. Lift that up. Shut the coin door and pull the glass off. Looks like there's a couple of rubber bands right here. It just unsnaps. There we go. Well, inside the coin box, we've got a couple of items. We've got our power cord. And then in here, I believe it's the bob for the tilt mechanism. And these are our bolts, I believe, for the back box to hold that securely to the cabinet here. Yep. So we'll put those in just a minute. Here are all our pinballs. This game requires 6 pinballs. One thing you want to do with new pinballs is go ahead and get like a towel and wipe them off, because they will have a little bit of oil to preserve them, to keep any rust from sitting in a warehouse or being delivered to the manufacturer to put in these games. So they usually will have a little bit of oil on them. So get like a paper towel and just kind of do a once over and just get the oil off of them. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna clean these, and then I'll put the screws on the back, the bolts on the back of the back box, and we'll plug in the power cord and we'll be ready to go. So if you're new to pinball, you might not know where the power switch is, and I think it's covered in the quick setup guide, but it's right here. There's a little toggle switch right here that you flip. Let's take a look at the underside of the Mandalorian Premium pinball machine. One thing to remember when you're lifting the playfield out is make sure you've got your pinballs out of the machine, or they could come crashing out and perhaps damage something in the playfield. All right. So with the playfield up, you can see you've got your coin box right here. And then over here you've got your instruction manual. You've got a little goodie bag that has new target stickers, a couple of keychain promo pieces here, and more target stickers. Here is the underside of the Mandalorian Premium. So one of the reasons why I'm super excited for this game, there's been many Star Wars pinball machines over the years. I own the Data East version that came out in '92. Which is a good game. The music's really cheesy, but it's a decent game for Star Wars. And then they came out with the Trilogy Edition by Sega, which was a little bit better game. The music was better, but it still was kind of lacking in gameplay. And then they came out with the Pinball 2000 version of Phantom Menace, which was okay, innovative for being in a Pinball 2000 format, but the gameplay was just so-so. And then a few years ago, Stern came out with another Star Wars machine, which was good, but it wasn't enough for me as a big Star Wars fan to want to go out and buy it. However, when I saw The Mandalorian, and I knew instantly that was the game for me. And that's why I bought this game on day one that it was available for purchase. And I'm super excited to get to play it. First, turn on. I'm super excited to check this out. Sterns take a second for it to wake up and turn on. So you'll see the screen flash and it'll boot up. And it'll also show you the current revision that the code is at. It's pretty cool. Takes about 20 seconds. So we're at version 0.97. I believe this is the second version they've come out with for update to the game code. All right, there's the check. And we are working. Wow, this thing looks amazing. They did a really nice job with this game. The ramp layout, it's pretty unique. You've got some interesting diverters up here that drop it onto the mini playfield, and you've got another like a ball catch right here. And you've got the Razor Crest, and it's got the lights. Looks really good, really nice molded model here. The art kind of reminds me of like an older Star Wars Data East mixed with Williams graphics, which is really nice. So the early 2000 versions of these Stern pinball machines, they kind of use like a more of an actual print graphic on the playfield instead of like a hand-drawn art. And it just, I don't know, I guess when you see, you know, all the pinballs throughout the years that have hand-drawn art that's printed on here, it just gives it that classic feel. And when they were doing the kind of photoshopped pictures for all the art, it looked clean, but it just, I don't know, it didn't have that same feel. So let's fire up a game and see what the gameplay's like. This is a fast shooting game. So far I'm really liking it. Just have to learn the shots.
That's a joke.
All right, I really like this game, especially not even being able to play it before I bought it. That's the first game ever that I've bought without playing it. So I had no idea about the gameplay. I've seen Dev Flip's video online and watched some of the gameplay there. I'm gonna have to go back and revisit that. I need to learn the rules, learn how to trade in the Beskar for your armor and upgrades for the game, because I know they kind of help with certain modes and the gameplay. So super excited to get into it. I've only got a couple of games under my belt so far, and also I want to get some mods for this. I've got some side art coming for the inside. I'll do a video on that, and then just waiting for the usual vendors to come out with their mods for the game. So super excited to see what's coming out for it. So if you like what I do here at Empire Pinball, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, and also hit the notification bell for future videos, because I'm going to be doing a lot more content on this as the new mods come out. I'm going to go ahead and get them. I'll do install videos and reviews on them. And and also I've got a few other pinballs that I'm going to be doing some videos on, some new things that you guys haven't seen yet on the channel. So stay tuned and keep flipping.